Hi guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we will be discussing the current state of Bitcoin, and we will also be going over the current state of Ethereum, in which both of them look like they have been breaking out. Yesterday we got a very strong daily candle close once again on Bitcoin, in which it looks like it potentially broke out of this range over here, and it potentially reclaimed the previous range low over here. Okay, so if we zoom out on the bigger picture, what can we see? First of all, it looks like we are looking at a potential PO3 pattern. Okay, so in this case, we have our accumulation area in this range over here. We have our manipulation area over here for Bitcoin, and potentially it looks like we are breaking out of that manipulation area, in which the third power would be expansion. Okay, so that is the first thing that I'm noticing if I'm looking at this current Bitcoin chart, which is looking extremely bullish. In order for this PO3 pattern to keep its strength and to play out, I think it needs to hold on to this range low over here. Okay, so previous resistance, previous support, range low, range high. I think it needs to hold on to this previous range high over here, in which it acted as big resistance over here and over here. In before, it acted as big support over here for the Bitcoin price. Okay, so I think as long as we hold on to that area and we get maybe a bullish retest of that area, I think that could offer a potential nice little long opportunity. If you do get a bullish retest of this area over here and you send it towards the upside, I think we are looking at very nice targets for Bitcoin. First target would be the full fill of the daily fair value gap, the daily imbalance over here. Second target, if we break through that area, we will definitely be taking out this wick over here. I think in between this level over here and this high over here, there's not much in between. And I think this area over here will be a key area, but I think that is only a worry for potentially later. First of all, Bitcoin needs to hold on to this area in order to keep its strength towards the upside, because potentially we are looking at a nice impulse towards the upside. We could be looking at it in two different ways, I believe. First way could be to look at it with the sweep of the low over here, with our break of structure over here. First wave would be this one. Second wave, potentially we are finishing up or in the middle of the third wave, in which you could get a little retest over here and send it for the fifth wave towards the upside. Okay, but my preferred Elliott wave count would be this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in which the target also lines up very nicely with this daily imbalance fill over here. Okay, so that is currently my preferred Elliott wave count. If we then go on to the lower time frames, we know that the fourth Elliott wave, usually it can take a while. It can be a very slow wave in which you see some chop around, and then hopefully you get a retest of the range high, which you can send it towards the upside. That is usually what the fourth wave is looking like for Bitcoin. On top of that, the fourth wave usually doesn't retrace further than the 0.382 fib level. So if we go from swing low to swing high and we take the current high for Bitcoin, switch on the fib retracement, we can see that the 0.382 is perfectly in confluence with this order block that we have over here for Bitcoin. This is also the price action that caused this breakout candle towards the upside, in which a lot of shorts got squeezed. And I think the origin of that move towards the upside is also the area that you want to hold on to in order to keep your strength for Bitcoin. Okay, so I think that looks pretty clear. If you do get a retest, I think you still have some complications though. First of all, we haven't taken out that news wick over here yesterday that we created yesterday, so I think that is a little bit of a pity. But still, I think if you get a retest of this previous range high, it is looking good for potential long positions for Bitcoin. Okay, then let's move over to Ethereum, which is looking even stronger in my opinion. Ethereum already has a confirmed breakout of the previous range high over here, in which yesterday we got some kind of a retest. Okay, so if we mark out the previous range high with our rectangle like this, extend it to the right. You can see yesterday it got front run by a little bit, okay? So let's extend it like this. Let's say this is our range high for Ethereum. Yesterday it got front run, and below this week, I think there are a lot of stop losses resting. So potentially if Bitcoin pulls back towards its range high, we could see the exact same thing happening for Ethereum. If it does get a pullback towards its range high, potentially it could sweep that sell-side liquidity that is below this wick over here, get a tap into that range high, and maybe get a bounce towards the upside from there. First target for Ethereum would be to take out this big wick that we created, which is a big target, of course. And this all happened during the FTX crash, obviously. So that would be the first target, okay? So let's say we do get a successful retest of the range high and the range high holds for Ethereum, you're looking at a potential increasement of about 16.8%, which is big, of course. Okay, so that's what I'm currently looking at for Ethereum. Elliott wave count on Ethereum is pretty clear to me, in which we had our first wave over here, second wave over here, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, potentially, okay? That is like the higher time frame Elliott wave count that I'm looking at for Ethereum, in which also for Ethereum, if you do get that fourth wave, which might be very slow and very choppy, it might take a very long time, I think you want to hold on as high as possible, and that is a nice confluence with the previous range high. Okay, so first I will be taken out this week, and then I think you can aim potentially for this high over here, and maybe even later on we can aim for this high over here. But once again, holding on to the range high is pretty pivotal in my opinion. If we don't, I think you're looking at the last line of defense. I think this is the next line of defense for a potential bull run, for a potential run towards the upside for Bitcoin. Lose this level, this area over here, and I think it is game over for the bulls. Then I think you're potentially looking at visiting these lows that you created over here for the Bitcoin price. Okay guys, so I think everything is pretty clear for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you guys have any questions after watching this YouTube video, make sure to hit me up on Twitter. You can also ask anything you want in the description, or join our free Discord and you can ask me all the questions you want over there. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Ciao.